Okay, starting you off in the dark here. Alright, so I'm sitting in the back of my car. I've got my infrared illuminator and my camera, and I'm basically testing out. I'm going to give you a quick review of what I think of the Seree/Sereer HDV-501 camera with night vision capabilities. Now, the reason I bought this camera was I wanted to have HD recording capabilities, but I also needed something that was night vision capable. I had already purchased an infrared illuminator for a different project, and basically already had one, and I just needed some sort of camera that could record in HD that also captured infrared, and I could record in night vision. Now right here, this beer can you see is set up at 20 yards. Alright, and I could adjust my scope a little bit and clear it up a little bit, but that's pretty much about what you're going to get. Now you're really limited here on your illumination. I've got another beer can set up out here. Now this can take me a second to adjust this a little bit here, clean it up a little bit. But I got another beer can out here at 30 yards. And you can see at 30 yards quite well. Let's clean it up. That's not too bad, hey? Too far. Back a little. Pretty good. Okay. Now, granted, if I had more illumination, which I do, I have another illuminator, but it didn't come with a battery, so I'm waiting on the new battery coming in here shortly. I would be able to hunt at greater than 30 yards. I could even push this out now a little beyond 30, but I would say 30 is just about stretching it for the illumination I have. Let's take a shot here at 30 yards. Do have a little water in that can. See what it looks like. Alrighty, not too bad. I'm going to take a shot here at 20 yards. Just readjust my focus and find that beer can. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to shoot it, so I can continue to talk and you can look at something. This is basically what I'm trying to get here. Is the whole reason I purchased this camera was not for its capabilities at zooming distance and recording football games or none of that. I bought this camera solely for scope cam. That was it. I needed a scope cam that recorded in HD that allowed me to see at night. And for $100, I don't think I went wrong. I don't think I could have gotten anything better. I think that, quite frankly, looking around, like I said, here I'm absolutely limited by my illumination. If I have more illumination, I can see further, I can see clearer, things like that. But right now, for what I have, this is exactly what I needed. It's absolutely what I needed. The best feature about it is the ability to pause the camera from recording and pick back up afterwards. Like, let's say I wanted to pause it right now, disassemble my camera, jump out of the car, and then film myself walking down to the target that I just shot, or film myself at the target that I just shot. You have that capability without cutting into a new video. You just pause the recording, jump out, replay the record, or pick up the recording right where you left off. And it's seamless, it's perfect, it's beautiful. And it has a ton of other features, but for what I needed as a scope cam, it's perfect. I was using my iPhone before, which does record a little bit better video, a little bit better low light sensitivity, and just a little bit better video in general, because it's got image stabilization and the optical zoom, and well, the focus. I mean, you can actually focus the screen a little bit. It does have a little bit better video, I think, at distance. When it comes to up to 75 yards and 100 yards, I think they're very, very similar. After 100 yards or beyond, at 100 yards and beyond, I think the iPhone has a little bit better video quality. The audio quality on here is not the best, obviously, but for a scope cam, it works perfectly. And the one thing my iPhone did is it's just sucked up battery life and memory. I mean, I just tearing through the gigabytes when I was recording videos like this. This has 2 different SD slots, 32 gigabyte capabilities. So I mean, you can pack hours and hours and hours of video on this card in HD. And it's you can switch through to and go through 720p and different modes and stuff. But even the HD is not that bad. And as you can see, I'm still talking here. This, I mean, I can clear that up again. Oh wait, I'm losing my. This ain't bad. This is not bad at all. I bought it for shooting mice and other critters at night, and I'm looking at 30 yards max. Usually I'm inside 20 yards. So this is 20 yards right here, and as you can see, at 20 yards, I have no problem seeing what I want. And my illumination is going to be dying off slowly. The battery wasn't full on this illuminator. I've been using it for a few nights. I got, I think, 4 or 5 mice out of it already. So, and it is adjustable. That's high range, and there's low, and then medium, and high. Now, obviously, we're not here talking about the illuminator, so back to the camera, back to what's at hand. Sorry if it's shaky. But yeah, the reason I purchased this camera was for a scope cam. And I was a little hesitant at it because the reviews were mixed. A lot of people complained because it wasn't the best camera and da-da-da-da. But if it's got anything going against it, right off the bat, it's a battery life. To tell you the truth, I don't even know what it is because I got an external charger that I use for charging my iPhones and my and other devices. I just got that Velcroed right to the side of my gun, plugged into the camera at all times. So as I'm using this night vision capabilities in recording, because the night vision illumination on the camera itself tears through the battery life, I don't notice any battery life drop. I'm always on a green battery because I'm constantly recharging it with my external charger. And that was relatively inexpensive too. Probably as cheap or maybe a little bit more expensive than a battery, which doesn't last as long. This lithium-ion battery pack, I've been going, I don't know, 5 days without having it plugged in, and it's been, non-stop usage. It's impressive. It works quite well. But anyways, I'll be in here. This is my quick review of the Seree HDV-501 video camera. Why I bought it, the reason I bought it, and it works perfectly for me. So it may not be the camera for everybody, but if you're looking for a scope cam with night vision capabilities that records in HD, that's easy to work with, relatively inexpensive at $118. You can get it on sale sometimes for $99. Delivered to the house. It works perfectly. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic evening.